Hello.
Please, you mustn't. The lab could collapse at any moment now.
Let go of me. I am Russian. Fuck this bitch. You in Russia.
Cedric? I couldn't stop him. Miss? Messiah? Oh, you came in an awful time. Come on, we have to get you out of here. Where to? Where everyone else is right now.
To the library!
Da-da-da.
Here, you get the other. Hello, Miss Silverfoot. Glad to meet you back safely. Gosh, you should have told me where you were going.
Sorry, George.
I see you also found the Messiah. Ooh, hello, little one.
Hi. We ran into each other after this boy forced himself into the lab complex. I couldn't stop him. I don't know why he was being so insistent. He said he needed to go rebuild a robot. Oh, you know him? Yeah.
Building a robot, you see?
Oh, 5.
Yeah. Could that be why he needed that book?
Come again?
Ah, a young man with white hair earlier and green glasses ran in here earlier.
That's Cedric, yeah.
He said that he really needed the book from me, and he said it was an emergency too. Poorly darling looking stressed out, so I gave the book to him. I hope he's safe.
Yeah, I hope he's alright too. With any luck, maybe that lab complex can hold up long enough for him too. Oh my gosh.
He's dead now.
Yeah.
Ba-da-bum, bum, bum.
That was... the labs? The poor kid. No! Not him too! I'm sorry about your friend. Last time we spoke, he told me to go to look for someone on the surface. I need to get going.
Sweetie, you know you can't just walk out of there. It's too dangerous.
But George is right. The squares seem to be targeting a lot of the weaker constructs in the city. Only the library has enough structural integrity to withstand collapse. It's best if you stay here until things stabilize. However long that takes. But, what about my mission? Don't you guys want me to bring the sun back at least?
Even if you do restore the sun, I'm not sure that'll fix the squares.
Sadly. Not to mention, even getting there is going to be hard. If the world is like this, there's no telling what is going on in the tower.
And if anything bad happens to the Messiah, all of the people would be dreadful, dear.
A friend of mine said something about this forever ago. It's better for the world to die naturally. No living being should have to carry that burden. At the time, I thought it was still her faulty code speaking. But now I'm starting to understand. Messiah, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. All this time, we've burdened you with our hope, our faith, blissfully ignoring the fact that you are just a lost child. Well, you're probably more scared than any of us, aren't you? We have been dealing with tragedy for so long, it's become background noise to us now. But for you, it must be so terrifying. And now, we're stuck here with the rest of it.
Now you're stuck here with the rest of us.
My bad. Being held back by the very people you were told to save. You must seem so ungrateful. It's okay. When I first came to this world, a long time ago, back then, all I wanted was to go home. Golden Boy, do you remember? The very first time? I'm not sure how far back it was for you.
3 o'clock this afternoon.
But I remember towards the end, I actually wasn't sure anymore about going home. Even knowing the world would be doomed eventually, I still wanted the people here to be happy. So, when you told me to return home back then, I wasn't sure. But I trusted you more, Golden Boy. But then I just came back. You... what? And then I found out about the world being like this. Prototype said to forget the things he told me. And Cedric told me not to think about it too much, but I'm sorry for getting you upset.
That's all right.
I thought for you to know all that, yet continue doing this. It just seemed cruel. But then I realized something. You really wanted to save both the world and me. But at the end, you can only choose one, right? Is it really hard for you to? It must be. If the world isn't broken, will that choice still be there? Do you still need to choose between one or the other? But even if it is, I really don't want to save this world, Golden Boy. Even if it's more dangerous this time around, even if so many of the nice people we met were Golden Boy, I'm not afraid anymore. That's why I think you guys should let me go. I promise I'll be okay. Please?
Aw, sweetie. You're so brave. You're even braver than most of the grown-ups. It wouldn't be right to keep you with it. Besides, I can't. Who can say no to puppy dog eyes?
Well, if George is fine with it, I guess we should let you go now, Messiah. But promise you'll be careful, okay? Mm-hmm. You guys be safe too.
So you can talk to everyone here complaining about, oh damn it, everything's gone, I wish my fish were here.
I wish my fish were here.
Yeah. I'm too tired to just fucking talk to them. We're completing this shit. That's my goal right now.
Yeah.
And we're really, really at the goddamn end. You can see the fish are fine. Because, everyone cared about the fish.
Yeah.
Not the plant lady.
You check the brand. Oh, no.
Not the plant lady or anything. No, fuck that shit. You guys were in front of you, but the fish. Fish are fine. Oh! You're here! Nico.
Are you Rui?
Yes. Did you already meet the others?
Yeah, but...
Everything's in place then. Come on, back to the room clock. Let's go. Give me a fox following the cat. There we go. Look at them just.
Interesting. You okay in there? Hello? Oh.
Yeah, I just wanted to do that one because I know I'm making cry.
Let's see if the elevator works.
Yes, it does. Where's the other two? Prototype and Cleric. I suppose
Everyone's just messing up everyone's names.
They're supposed to be here already.
Prototype's body was destroyed back in the Barrens. Cedric was going to bring him back with the memory disk, but he was in the lab complex when it collapsed. I don't think he made it.
Oh, no. I guess there goes our only chance.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Nico. If anything, it should I be the one to apologize to you. There's one last thing I want you to do. Come with me upstairs. He's ready. He's right upstairs. He's just like right there. I don't know how fast travel is. You know, the tallest buildings in the refuge. It's my favorite place in this one. Like, it's far off buildings, and imagine that, you might live in each window. Can you lift me up the banister? I want to get a better look. Despite being my first time to, know that all is well.
Fake?
Simulated.
Cedric told me about what happened to your old world.
He did?
I'm really sorry about that. I can't imagine how you must feel.
The feeling never been able to go home again. That's probably not all that different from your plight, is it? Really is ironic. Are you preventing from going home by the same individual who wanted to bring you here?
Huh? What would that be?
The world machine. You might know it as the Entity.
Oh. The Entity does sound familiar. I think I heard it from the Dice Lady from another time. Was it the spirit of the world?
Yes. But the thing is, the world machine was only built to run on a mental ability of someone else. It never was meant to develop a mind of its own. It was an oversight. My creator specialized in artificial intelligence for a long time. It was simply integrated into his work. Sigh. And the machine was built with a fundamental law: never let a living being come to harm. From the world machine's perspective, it has to violate its deepest, most fundamental instincts. It has to put a living person in danger. And bring the real person into a dying world isn't really even real. Of course, the simulation never connected any real danger. Eventually, ended up was being a happy one. The world machine doesn't know that.
Really?
Unfortunately. Since the machine tends to handle conflicts in their codes very badly, central conflicts trigger its self-destruct and inward spiral. You can see the physical manifestations everywhere now.
Physical errors.
Yes. That's the world machine is corrupting its own code. My creator is largely involuntarily process induced by stress and the desire to self-terminate.
Your creator knows? Sounds like this has been going on since the beginning, then.
Yeah. Distribution was an issue during test runs. Even at first my creator thought instability was an issue by sheer scope of projects. He spent most of his remaining time retesting it over and over again, scaling it down the story, retaining its narrative. By the time he realized what the actual root of the problem was, our homeworld's remaining lifespan was a measure of mere days.
Oh. Is there any way for us to
Fix the world machine? He tried. The world machine doesn't believe in any of this world desires are real. It's himself and myself included. The odds are against us and we have no chance of taming it.
taming? I've heard that word so many times. I only know it's complicated and that it has to do with robots, but for once, I want to know what it really means.
That's what I'm here for. Do you know what a robot is?
Yeah?
No, I mean, do you know what a robot is? A robot is not a real person, is it?
Right.
Its being exists in the code. Inflexible program with the thought of
I'm just playing this.
dedication by someone else's design. They can be copied and mass-produced to assign to certain jobs. Most importantly, they will never confuse themselves with their living. They will always be bound by their code and knowledge that they are a robot. But there was more limitations than that else
Anything else?
than anything else.
Ah, that makes sense. You can't really build a robot to not follow its own code, can you?
People have tried, but it's a recipe for disaster. The silver.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, it happened to the world machine.
The code conflicts thing?
Yeah. But while you cannot build a robot not to follow its code, you can establish a bond with it. If the strength of the bond is strong enough, the robot's mental capacity will start to develop outside of its programming, allowing it to start believe that it is a real, valuable and valid individual. It's complete cessation of disbelief on your own end, though. You have finally embraced the robot as genuine living person, even knowing that they are not. Indeed, spending a lot of time with it, treats it like a good friend, devoting your heart to the robot until it's able to return your feelings. Haha, it makes it sound so easy, don't I? But you and Golden Boy know better than anyone that it is not true. Right now, the world machine is probably really scared. This content update involved pretty much a deep code rework. Now, Creator was able to access some of the source code, and he did what he could to establish a new connection between maps. Those links established me there to others, but it turns out the new code got confused with the world machine, so such exacted breakdown altogether. Even though the world machine always had self-destructing tendencies, it usually resigned itself that you are in the world and doesn't want to take you along with it. All my creator wanted was to write a happy end. Right now, only hope of saving you is to take you through that ending. But now that the other two are gone, I don't even know how we're going to get there. We should go. This place is even not safe for long. No longer safe. So I figured out what taming a robot means. Wolf? You guys okay? Yep. I noticed I voiced all three of these guys.
Yeah.
Yep. When the factory started to collapse, I like how they have pretty much the same bottle and there's much more people. I really thought I didn't have a chance, but fortunately the robot assembly room were pretty well built tough. And actually, they do not take long for protective type to come back. Thank All thanks to my father's book. He made a design of my document to be compatible with assembly machines there. It was distressing.
I'm back alive. That's what I hate the most.
All I had to do was scan the blueprints and configure the machine settings. But your father really does think of everything. Damn it. That he does. I'm just glad everything's okay.
Same.
We are ready to go now, Nico. We got a party.
Behind you.
We got a party. We got an RPG party.